The Lumen facility. Imagine working a 9 to 5 so brutal that your brain actually splits in half just to survive it. That's the premise of Severance, where Lumen Industries pioneered Severance, a surgical procedure that divides your work self, your innie, from your home self, your outie. Each version of you only exists in its respective environment. Sounds efficient, right? Until you realize that the innie never leaves. Ever. You clock out, and to them, you immediately clock back in. It's an infinite loop of elevators and spreadsheets, with no weekends, no sleep, and no concept of the outside world. They don't know what coffee is. They don't know what the sun feels like. They just know the break room and the weird wellness sessions where they're told things like, "You are brave like a lion," while crying over a paperweight. The horror here isn't blood. It's bureaucracy. The clean, sterile aesthetic. The relentless HR cheer. The creeping realization that your suffering is someone else's idea of productivity. It's corporate dystopia with a smiley face sticker slapped on. And the kicker? You signed up for this. Probably during a mandatory trust fall. And it leaves you asking, if one half of you is screaming forever in a cubicle, is the other half really free? The Good Place. This afterlife looks like a Pinterest board. Frozen yogurt shops, friendly neighbors, and no one ever gets mad. What could go wrong? But in The Good Place, the big twist is that it's all fake. The heaven the characters think they're in is actually a psychological torture chamber designed to mess with their heads in increasingly creative ways. There are no chains or pitchforks here, just passive-aggressive roommates, infinite moral dilemmas, and eternal social anxiety. It's like being trapped in a group project that never ends, surrounded by people who always want to circle back and touch base. What makes it even worse? The architect of this hellhole literally redesigned eternal punishment to be more soul-crushing through awkwardness, guilt, and self-doubt. You're not burning in a lake of fire. You're being roasted by your own bad decisions and low-key judgment. Forever. With unlimited froyo. The horror is subtle, sneaky, and terrifyingly relatable. Hell isn't other people, it's your group chat. And the group chat is always online. Sea Haven. Truman Burbank lives in a coastal town that seems like the perfect place to raise a family, open a cafe, and buy extremely well-advertised kitchen appliances. But in The Truman Show, the truth is disturbing. Sea Haven is a massive film set, and Truman is the only one who doesn't know. Everyone else, from his mailman to his wife, is an actor. Every moment of his life is a lie broadcast to the world, and he's the only person who isn't in on the joke. Every choice he's ever made, scripted. Every emotion, monetized. The horror isn't that he's trapped. It's that his entire reality has been fabricated for the sake of content. His emotions, his milestones, his suffering, all monetized and sold as entertainment. Even his fears are scripted. He's not just living a lie. He's being reviewed on it. With ratings, it's the ultimate surveillance nightmare. Not only are you being watched, you're being directed. Sea Haven isn't just a prison. It's a prison that thanks you for your service and gives you a product placement mug on the way out. Now smile. You're trending. Stepford, Connecticut. In the Stepford Wives, everything is just a little too perfect. The lawns are mowed. The wives are cheerful. No one argues, and everyone's casseroles come out flawless. Red flag. Absolutely. Because the women of Stepford have been replaced by compliant, robotic doppelgangers who smile through dinner and exist solely to serve. The twist isn't just sci-fi. It's social commentary sharpened into a kitchen knife. These husbands didn't want partners. They wanted perfectly programmed dolls. Stepford hides its horror behind floral dresses and gender norms. It's tradition with a sinister firmware update. If you think that sounds old-fashioned, congratulations, you might already be in Stepford. The scariest part? The replacement process is quiet. There's no blood, no screams, just women slowly disappearing, returning as someone else. Someone perfect. Someone gone. The town motto should just be, "Nothing to see here, dear." Santa Mira. Invasion of the Body Snatchers gave us the town of Santa Mira, which looks like any other sleepy American suburb, right up until you realize everyone's been replaced by pod people. One day, you're chatting with your best friend. The next, they're emotionless, monotone, and obsessed with how great the new gardening supplies are. It's not a zombie outbreak. It's something worse. They still look human, but their humanity's gone. They return your jokes with blank stares. They attend the same parties, but there's nobody home. The body snatchers don't scream. They don't chase. They assimilate. Quietly. They smile, nod, and encourage you to sleep, because that's when it happens. That's when you're taken. They'll even walk you to your doom with a handshake. The horror hides in plain sight, at PTA meetings, block parties, and suspiciously chill bake sales. Your neighbours are gone. And you're next. Sleep tight. Derry. Welcome to Derry, Maine. Population cursed. From the outside, it's just a normal town with friendly folks, decent schools, and a clown problem. But in it, Derry is the hunting ground of Pennywise, a shape-shifting cosmic entity that feeds on fear. What's worse? The town lets it happen. Kids vanish, and adults look the other way. Memories fade, trauma is buried, and Pennywise keeps feeding. It's like the entire zip code was gaslit by an evil balloon. It's horror wrapped in denial. Derry's real monster isn't just Pennywise. It's a town-wide blind spot, a shared agreement to forget the screams. It's every nothing to see here moment turned into existential dread. And you just know the local tourism board still made a cheerful pamphlet. Visit Derry. Just don't ask about the missing posters. The Other World. In Coraline, the titular character discovers a magical tunnel that leads to a perfect version of her world. But with one catch. Everyone has buttons for eyes. It starts off nice. The other mother cooks gourmet meals, gives Coraline everything she wants, and acts like the dream parent. But it's all bait. The other world is a trap. And once you stay too long, she sews buttons over your eyes and steals your soul. It's basically a kidnapper's version of Pinterest. The horror isn't loud, it's cozy, warm, luring you in with fake love until you can't leave. And the food's great, which somehow makes it worse. And the worst part? She's done this before. The ghost children beg Coraline not to become one of them. The button-eyed dead who smiled too long. It's cute, until it blinks. Night Vale. Welcome to Night Vale is a podcast about a town where weirdness is just Tuesday. The dog park is forbidden. The angels are real but illegal to acknowledge. And the glow cloud runs the school board. All hail. But beneath the humour is a creeping, Kafkaesque horror. This is a world where the absurd is normalised. Citizens accept reality glitches like traffic. They report shadow people on surveys. And no one questions the city council, who may or may not be corporeal beings. It's funny, until you realise you're laughing at a dystopia. Night Vale's horror isn't the monsters. It's the normalisation. It's the idea that anything, no matter how terrifying, becomes routine if you live with it long enough. Also, the glow cloud says, hi. It also took your car keys. Don't bother asking for them back. Congratulations, you survived another trip through humanity's worst ideas. If you're into that kind of emotional damage, feel free to subscribe. We're just getting started. See you next time, if nothing finds you first.